also known as autism spectrum disorder. My firstborn and my third child are the ones who have the disorder. I have a male and a female. One is extremely gifted. Both have dyslexia, dysgraphia, executive functioning failure. They both struggle extremely with everyday life. We have spent all of our savings on therapy. We have spent all of our equity on our home on therapy. I've given up my career because childcare could not cater for a child with autism. You cannot have a child screaming in childcare for hours on end. So you end up giving up what you never think you're going to give up. I did have things that I enjoyed doing. That goes when you have a child with autism. Then you start school and you think, great, finally I'm going to have people who understand, people who meet my child's needs, who's going to help my fairly intelligent child to excel in the world. And all you find is, to be frank, walls. Walls of prejudice, walls of disbelief, walls of not caring. Teachers who are so tired, teachers who are so exhausted, teachers who deal with so much. The fact that your child can make it through the day without falling apart, they think it's a good day. The fact your child has got an IQ of 130 plus and can't read by grade 3 is apparently acceptable because that child doesn't misbehave and that child hasn't hurt anyone for the day. The system is failing. It's failing our new Einsteins, it's failing our Mozarts, it's failing the children who are going to look after us when we are in nursing homes. What are we doing? As a nation, we are ignoring the most precious asset we have, our future. Our future is our children. It's not what much money we can make now from ripping all the resources out the ground. That's not our future. Our future is what we are growing and breeding in our own homes, our kids. Are we teaching our kids to be tolerant, supportive, and helping each other? Or that the most easily, socially adjusted child wins the most because that's what the teacher can deal with? It's really heartbreaking to think that my children are high functioning. My children have parents who will give everything they can to support them. What about those kids who don't have that situation? Those kids who have got a single parent? Those kids whose parents don't have the equity or finances behind them that they can support therapy? And what about the siblings? I have a child between two ASD kids. I have given her as much as I can with therapy to help her support herself through what she has to live with long after I'm gone. She has two siblings that rely on her for everything, for social coaching, for getting through the day, working out how to make the oven work when the oven doesn't work. Basic things. That responsibility will be hers after I've gone. And she never chose it, I never chose it. It just happened. It happened because as a society we let it happen. We don't support these kids. We let the families on their own. We have policies that force these families to go where the work is, where the therapy is. So if you come from a rural background, like I do, you have to leave your family to make your children succeed. Is that fair? Would you like your child to do that? Would you like your grandkids to do that? So my kids grow up without their cousins because we can't get work where we used to live. We can't get therapy where we used to live. To get speech therapy where we were, we had to be on a waiting list for nearly 2 years. And that was full paying private speech therapy. It took 4 years to get through the public system. Is that acceptable? Is it acceptable for a child to enter school and not be able to speak properly? How can they read if they can't speak properly?